Hey riders, welcome to our live stream. So I see some of you are live already, are here with me. So I always do these live streams at least once a week as part of my trading process to see if the macro is still doing good, um, where the trend direction is heading. So I usually review Bitcoin and some top 10 altcoins. And then during the week, I decide if I take some trades and shorter time frame. But this is a very important session for me. A little bit boring because it takes time. I review indicators, but pack of very good content if you want to learn more and to expand your knowledge and to understand a little bit more how I use our indicators, how I read the trend, which is what I do. All right, so let me share my screen and start with our trading view chart right here. All right. So first things first, let me show you something that you must understand, um, and something I always talk about is the correlation between stocks and crypto. They don't correlate all the time, but when there are big trend shift, high risk reward moments, they do most of the time. Uh, and this is one of those moments. This is the Nasdaq chart, the top 100 tech stocks of the US. And just look at this chart. Just look at this chart. Price went up, tested support, went up, higher high, crossed below our parabolic red line, this one here, went down, and now it's testing once again this green zone here, probably gonna test this support zone here. So this is Nasdaq. Now let's take a look at Bitcoin. And this is Bitcoin. You can see the chart looks almost identical. Bitcoin printing higher highs, now going below this red line here, and potentially move sideways or go down to test this support, the same that Nasdaq is doing. So we can see right now that Bitcoin is doing a little bit better than stocks because the stocks are already testing this support here, while Bitcoin is a little bit ahead. But that's not necessarily a good thing because if stocks fall down, continue falling, and break this resistance support here, most probably they will continue going down, and this will be very bad. This will be very bad, not only for stocks but very bad for crypto as well. All right. So we have to pay a ton of attention to this Nasdaq chart. We don't want this to happen. All right. If this happens, it doesn't matter what is going on with the crypto chart, what indicators tell us there. Well, it matters, but this will be our main guide. If this happens, uh, then it could potentially be the start of a bear market for stocks, especially if they break this support later. But on the short time, this will be a very risk for it. All right. But that's not what's going on right now. Right now, it is still testing. Nasdaq is still testing support. So we don't flip bearish at support. All right, we don't flip bearish at support. That's just scenarios. So you understand and you manage your risk. This comes after this double bearish super signal for indicators. They failed here on Nasdaq, but they continue going up and they printed again. And we have this declaration, same here. So these signals are very accurate to predict movements, especially in the weekly time frame. Here also we have this bull signal there, so they are very accurate. You see here bearish went down, bullish went up. So they are very accurate on the weekly time frame. Why do I say this? Because right now I would like to see for Nasdaq some bullish signals starting to appear here. So we could anticipate a potential bounce, right? So just wait right now. Also on the oscillator, I would like to see, and I've been saying this for weeks because each candle is a week, so patience. I would like to see on the oscillator a green wave here for Nasdaq. And the analysis is exactly the same for Bitcoin. Now this is a Bitcoin chart. All right. So let me erase all this. Yes, let me erase all this. All right, so this is a Bitcoin chart. And I have told you it looks very similar. So the only thing I don't like in the short term for Bitcoin, it is the scenario versus Nasdaq. Also, Bitcoin is right now below this parabolic red line here. Let me highlight this line a little bit more. Yes, let me highlight this a little bit more here in our indicators. I think it is this one. Yeah, it should be. All right. So Bitcoin is right now trading below this parabolic red line. It means that it's losing a little bit of strength. It's losing its bullish momentum, right? But the same happened the past 2 weeks, and it recovered before the candle closed and closed back up, right? But each time it's a little bit harder for Bitcoin to recover because this line continues going up, and Bitcoin is trading down. So if we have a candle below this parabolic line confirmed on Sunday, when this candle closes and it closes below, this will be another warning signal for Bitcoin. It will be another take profit event for Bitcoin. On the short term, why on the short term? Because the trend continues to be bullish. You see this big green band here, it means that the trend is bullish. So this is only means that Bitcoin can do some sideways movement or go down to test the support to continue going up. This will be the two most probable scenarios. We only flip bearish, the same for Nasdaq, if Bitcoin starts trading below this band here, meaning below 43,000, 40,000. In this scenario, then only then we flip bearish and start talking about a bullish market. So that's it for Bitcoin, at least on the weekly time frame. So do not take, we won't say that Bitcoin, that is a take profit event right now because candle hasn't closed and it could easily go back up. All right. What is the key here? And this is for spot buyers. The key here would be, as the same, the oscillator. If the oscillator flips green again, then most probably Bitcoin will recover and start going up. And if price continues going down, probably the oscillator will take a few more weeks before it flips green, and it will probably do it around this level here at 53,000 support. So we go week by week. All right. But just to be clear, as of now, the trends continue to be bullish, being bullish. Could it correct to 50,000, 53? Yes, it could, and it will continue being bullish. All right. That's what I always say, that when price is above the red line, it's not a moment to buy. It's a moment to hold and stay alert to take some profits on the way up. When was a moment to buy? Way back below, and we were very vocal about this, around 25,000. This was a moment to enter the market. But we have this bullish signal over here. Look how, look in the past. This was October. In October 22, we have our last bullish super signal for Bitcoin. Then it continued going up, and we only have take profit events now. All right. So that's it for Bitcoin. Now let me check some other coins. So let's start with ADA. And of course, altcoins will follow what Bitcoin does, what Nasdaq does. But it doesn't mean that we don't have to pay attention to altcoin charts, because if Bitcoin recovers and goes above this line in the short term, then alts will explode for sure, for sure. If Bitcoin recovers and continues and closes below above the parabolic line, continues going up, altcoins will explode. And we would like to catch the altcoins at their highest risk reward moment. For example, for ADA, we talk about this on X. This is my ideal entry for ADA inside this box here. It was between 40 cents and 45 cents. It was my ideal entry, and we made several longs from there, very profitable the past 2 weeks. And you can see ADA is fighting for its life right now. It's very, very important for ADA to hold this up. If ADA starts trading lower with closed candles, then we'll most probably see ADA going down to like 25, 20 cents. All right, so it is very, very important. But do not flip bearish support once again. So a very good risk reward moment to buy is inside this box. All right. As long as we have these wicks and that candle hasn't closed. Why high risk reward moment? Because if price continue going down, then you cut your losses with minimal losses, and if it goes up, then you could easily make 2x, 3x your money. All right. So it is a 10-15% loss versus a 2x, probably 3x upside. That is what we like to see, and what you must learn to identify on the charts. So this is our sweet spot for ADA. It continues inside this green circle here. Would I buy right now ADA? I will not buy right now ADA. What I am doing is trading. I trade in the short term. When price enters here, I go to the 4-hour time frame. I see some bullish signal from our indicators, and then I hit the trigger. You see here on the 4-hour time frame, all the times it went inside our box the last time. We have this swing circle here, this bullish super signals here. That was my entry for going longs. So that's how I limit my risk exposure. When would I buy ADA? If we have our green wave here. If we have our green wave here and price is still holding above this zone, or probably recover a little bit and starts trading above the band, then that would be a great moment to buy ADA. Yes, I will buy it at higher prices, but with much lower risk, because it will be recovering its momentum. So I hope I made this a little bit more clear. All right. But as of now, do not panic. It is still testing support. Probably gonna take a few more weeks to know if it bounces from here, but chances for ADA to bounce, I think, are a little bit higher than for it to go down. All right. So next coin, I'm gonna review probably. I have like 15 minutes more, so I'm gonna review probably 3-4 more coins. Ethereum. Let's go with Ethereum. Ethereum, very similar to Bitcoin, very similar to Nasdaq, testing this key support here at, there is the super trend support here at 2900, and that trend support goes all the way down to 2400. So all this zone is support zone for Ethereum. And the first key important support for Ethereum is at 2900. So far, the chart looks good. I mean, I don't see nothing bearish here, at least on the weekly time frame, because price could easily go to something like this and bounce. This would be a perfectly possible scenario for Ethereum. On the worst case bullish scenario, it could go down and bounce from here. That would be very painful, especially for alts. But this scenario is highly likely. If we see the green wave here, then this would be perfect, because we will have a green wave very close to the support. It will be very good for entry. So that's what I wanted for. So as of now, Bitcoin is bouncing a little bit. Let me just go to the lower time frames. Yes, also Bitcoin on most lower time frame is kind of bearish right now. You can see 1 hour time frame below band, and 4 hour time frame below band as well. Daily time frame Bitcoin fighting, but right now below band, so it's very important for Bitcoin to go at least about 65,000 to avoid that daily time frame to go bearish. This is very, very important for Bitcoin to recover in the next 2 3 days and start trading at about 65,000 is very, very important. Otherwise, it will scale into the weekly, and the weekly will still going down as well. Let's move. Doge, Doge. Let me see Doge. Okay, exactly like Ethereum, exactly like Bitcoin. Support zone around here, 12 cents. No grid wave yet. Same analysis. So I'm going to move a little bit faster. Phantom with huge pumps and dumps. This is what Phantom does lately. Pump, dump. There's the support. You see here how bounce exactly from this support, and now it is trying to consolidate and waiting to see what happens with Bitcoin and what happens to Ethereum to decide if it bounces or if it's going down. So all these altcoins are waiting to see what happens to the others. So the only thing that we have to pay attention is for crucial levels on those other altcoins to catch some major weeks, some major dips on the short term. So that's the only thing we have to do on the other altcoins. Um, Meanwhile, Bitcoin and Nasdaq decides if they're gonna bounce or not. Let's go see Solana. So our Solana friends. Let me erase all these lines back up. All right. So Solana, and you can see how assets are moving very similar. Solana was very strong. You can see how these ups and downs, but not the correction were not as strong as it were uh, for for Bitcoin. But right now, listen, testing support here. And once again, this will be a perfect entry for a bounce. Uh, a good moment to buy it around here, $120. Uh, this will be a good entry for Solana with low risk. And if it starts going down, then just cut your losses. Let's go with XRP. So XRP is a little bit tricky right now because it's just moving sideways, not printing nothing. It's virtually good doing this, going sideways. Um, and also on the oscillator, also almost flat. So it could go either way. So I'm not gambling here. It's kind of gambling right now on XRP. All right. Now let's see some AVAX. This one pump a lot, and then it just corrected. And again, testing the support here. So a good risk reward level for ADA will be around $30. All right, that's a good level where I feel comfortable buying and cut losses if it starts trading below. Uh, but the upside could be huge, almost 2x if it bounces from there. So I think this is it, guys. Let me check if there's any comments on the tweet. No. If you want to, if you want me to analyze some coins, just leave a comment on the tweet. So let's check just a final coin. I don't know if I go if T or I go RNDR. I think many people love this coin. What a bourbon, my God. What a bourbon. Almost at least 1,000% almost. So the next. What is Surrender doing? Well, very clear. You see, went up, went up. Even this coin that has this huge bull run here, this 10x, on the short term looks the same than Nasdaq, the same than Bitcoin. Went up, close below parabolic line, and it is now testing support right here. All right. No green wave here. So if I were to buy this coin, the ideal zone will be around $7. Otherwise, just wait for the green wave. Okay? This would be a perfect moment if we have the green wave around this support zone as well. So this is it, guys. As always, try join our Discord. We have a very lovely and small community there. People very helpful and supportive. If you want to test our indicators, just go to rideralgo.com. You can access our indicator there, and you can also access our free trading courses on the courses section on the website. So have a great week.